Hey, happy Friday to you. Welcome to another edition of 5 Minutes with Phil. And not only is it Friday, it's a brand new month. In fact, I think we're in a holiday weekend or thereabouts. So I pray that the next few days are just a fun time to enjoy with your family. Now, here on this Friday, I want to share a scripture with you today from the book of Galatians. Galatians chapter 5, verse 14. You know, I recently had a conversation with somebody really about this topic. And that was brought to my memory as I shared this verse. And so I want to take you through it as well. Galatians 5:14, check this out. Here's what Paul has to say to this entire church. And I want you to grasp just the enormity of this. It says, "For the entire law is fulfilled in keeping this one command: love your neighbor as yourself." Okay, now let's step back from that just for a second. Okay, if I were to tell you, okay, what are all the commands of God wrapped up in? How can you best summarize them? And this verse tells us that it can really be fulfilled in keeping one command, and that is loving your neighbor as yourself. Now, let me dig deeper here, okay? Because here's what's going on, okay? Some of you who have heard this thought before, you're tempted to check out, but don't check out on me yet, okay? Because this verse is basically saying your whole faith, okay? Everything God has to say is wrapped up in this command: love your neighbor as yourself. And what is that? That is the difference. That is this tug of war between being selfish and selfless. Selfish versus selfless. Here's what I've noticed. When sin enters into our life, or compromise enters into our life, or something that is very unhealthy for us spiritually, we give in to that, and we give into that, and we give into that. Do you know what the fruit of that is? That is a selfishness that creates a very toxic faith. God forbid that we think that we can be absolutely right with God and yet only think about ourselves and not think of other people. And see, going against what this scripture says, here's what that looks like. Okay? You will do things that you enjoy at the expense of the people that you love. You may even give into a type of sin or addiction, whether it affects the people that you care about or the people that are closest to you or not. That'll have no effect on you because it's all about me. It's all about making sure that I'm happy. It's all about making sure that I feel good. It's all about making sure about me. And that's not loving your neighbor as yourself. So your neighbor is not just the person who lives across the street from you. Your neighbor is actually who lives in the house with you. Your neighbor is the person that goes to church with you. Okay? That's your neighbor as well. But selflessness. And Jesus demonstrated that. If you don't believe me, read all about it in Philippians chapter 2, where Paul talks about how Jesus humbled himself, left the glory of heaven, and became one of us. Creator became creation. And that's what Jesus modeled, and that's what Jesus demonstrates, is this life of selflessness, that we care about other people as much as we care about ourselves. And so it's not all about you. It's not all about me. The kingdom, having a healthy faith and belief in God goes from selfishness and dwells in selflessness. So I want to encourage you today, really live this out. Be selfless. And I think you'll have a lot more joy in your walk as a result of that. Okay, way past my time. I pray you have a great weekend. We'd love you so much. Thanks for joining me. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.